Dr. Harrison, in the Future Nursing 2030 report, they talk about cultural taxation, and it refers to the phenomenon whereby faculty who are individuals of color are asked routinely to take on extra uncompensated work to address a lack of diversity in their institutions. What are your thoughts on cultural taxation?
This was a great question. Cultural taxation is a new term, right? Didn't know what it was, had to go research it. Lived cultural taxation. As I shared, I was a nursing educator for many years. And one of the situations that I was in, I was the only person of color in the nursing department and work with the people. It became when I didn't agree with something that they were doing, I became the person that was aggressive. No one wanted to work with me. You know, all of those negative labels. The dean met with me, and one of the things that he told me was, "You need to stir the pot. You need to show them what you're capable of doing." So I'm going to give you an extra assignment to go out and do so you can prove to your coworkers, your team members who have the exact same degree as you, or your degree was higher, my degree was higher, to prove to them what I was capable of doing. I've been there 6, 7 years already. So it wasn't anything new, but because there was some tension and a disagreement, all of these things surrounding me came out. Well, I didn't know at the time. I just took it, rolled with it. I was offended. I was frustrated. I did not speak up. I just did the assignment, came back, and I had to prove my point. One of the things with cultural taxations as a person of color and being in that situation, you always feel like you have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You're always having to be that person to explain the culture, to justify, to not speak up. I mean, you know, you're always having to prove that our skills. We have to prove our scholarship. We're having to prove that we are capable of performing the job. We are not allowed to be mediocre. It's not an option for us. We're constantly having to prove ourselves. And now that there's a label here, now that people can see, hey, this is what's going on. Again, going back and doing that evaluation, having a discussion. I wish now I would have known what I know now back then, because then I could have spoken up and not been offended. I just quit. You know, I just left the job. You know, I actually got out of education after shortly after that, just because it was just too much, and I was tired of being the only person of color on the staff. You know, and having to go through these constant battles. But I would tell someone today, speak up, take a stance, educate, and be that change agent that we need, because this is the time to make those changes.